Good morning, dear children. This is Manik sir. So, dear children, today we shall talk about the role and responsibility of the President of India. In our parliamentary form of government, dear children, we understand that the Prime Minister is having, or the Prime Minister is the head of the government and the President is the head of the state. In our political systems, we understand that here our President, who is the head of the states, and he is only having the nominal powers. So here, who is exercising more power in the government? Because it is the Prime Minister of India. The Prime Minister of India, who has been elected by the peoples, and on behalf of the government, he used to exercise more power in the government. And here, in our country, the President of India is just like the Queen of Britain. Why here the President of India is having comparisons with the Queen of Britain? Because the Queen of Britain is only remaining only for the purpose of ceremony. Just like that, the President of India, whose functions is only for the purpose of ceremony. Though there are certain powers, though there are certain functions in the government, but his power is just like the ceremonial one. So here, in spite of having the ceremony activities, the President of India is supervising all the political institutions, and he is seeing whether the political parties are achieving the proper goals for the betterment of the society or not. So here, the President of India, who used to check whether the people's, the political parties who are achieving the proper goals in the society or not. So he used to supervise all the political institutions. So dear children, here we understand that the President of India is not directly elected by peoples. It is not directly elected. Then who used to elect the President of India? It is the MPs as well as the MLAs, the member of parliaments as well as the member of legislative assembly, who used to elect the President of India. And here, for the post of the President of India, the President has to get majority votes in the elections. So to win over the elections, here the President has to get majority votes in the elections. Apart from that, dear children, here the President can never claim the kind of direct popularity which the Prime Minister can do. So here the President is not going to make any kind of direct popularity as the Prime Minister is doing today. So in all government activities here, it is been done in the name of President. So all the government functions, activities, laws, policies, all these are made in the name of President. Because President is the head of the country, head of the state, that is the regions, all the laws, major policies as well as the decisions of the government are issued in the name of President. So dear children, here we understand that the responsibility as well as the major functions of this President is having prominent place in our nations, because he is also the most important persons in our society, who is the head of the state, who is the head of the nations. That is why all the decisions are made in the name of President. So dear children, as we are looking into the powers as well as the responsibility of the President of India, as we see that the President of India is the nominal head of the nations, head of the state, whose duties as well as the functions is mostly ceremonial. Apart from that, we have we know that his duties and responsibilities is very important in the nations. Here we have to understand that all the major appointments that are made in the nations, it is made in the name of the President only. So see, and those appointments are such as the appointment of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India, the judges of the Supreme Court, the judges of High Courts, the governor of the states, the elections commissions, as well as the ambassadors to other countries. So all these appointments, dear children, it is made in the name of the President of India. They are such as the Chief Justice, the appointment of Chief Justice, the judges of the Supreme Court, as well as the High Courts, the governor of the states, the appointment of election commissioners, the ambassadors to other countries. All these appointments are made in the name of President. Apart from that, dear children, we understand that all international treaties that are made in the name of the President only, because President is the nominal head of the nations, and the President is the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces of India. Who is the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces of India? It is the President of India, who is considered the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces of India. And here the presidents can enjoy the powers only on the advice of the council minister, and during the formations of making policies or law, during that time the president can ask the councils of ministers can reconsider its advice, and if the advice given again during that time, he has to act accordingly. So we are talking about the major functions of the parliaments. When the bills are made during that time, his signature has to be made finally to pass the bill here. So a bill which has been passed by the parliament, which are becoming the law for the nations, and after the signature of the president, those bills are going to be the law of the nations. And here the President of India, who can delay the bill for some times, and he can ask it for reconsiderations, and when the parliament is again passing those bills, during that time he is bound to put his signature. So dear children, as we are learning about the powers and compositions of the President of India, as we see that the President of India is doing one of the most important things, and she do it on her own. And what is that? To appoint the Prime Minister of India. And who used to be appointed as the Prime Minister of India? Who has secured majority in the Lok Sabha elections. A political party, one who is seeking or securing majority seats in the Lok Sabha elections, the majority party leaders will become the Prime Minister of India. So here, when no political party is getting majority seats in the Lok Sabha elections, during that time the President of India is exercising her discretion. He is exercising her discretion. She is exercising her discretions here. And what the President is doing? The President will appoint the leaders, one who can prove the majority support in the Lok Sabha elections, one who can muster majority support in the elections. Those leaders will be appointed as the Prime Minister of India. And in such situations, the President of India will give a certain time period, and within that given time period, the leader has to prove his majority. So, dear children, here we understand that in all over the world, the role as well as the responsibility of this president is not only the nominal executives. We see the role model of US president, who is both the head of the government as well as head of the state. So the US president is both head of the state as well as head of the government here. And here, the US president is elected directly by the peoples here. And here, the US president has to choose personally all the ministers and he has to appoint them. And here, the law-making process in USA is usually done by the minister that was chosen by the President of USA, but the veto power has the President only. That means the presidents can have the veto power in the nations. So here we see that the President of USA is enjoying enormous power here. He is having unlimited power, and even though his political party is not going to have majority support in the elections, but he will complete his tenure period of 4 years. So here the president will complete the tenure period of 4 years without securing the majority supports in the parliament. So dear children, here in India we are following the role model of British parliamentary systems, and in British parliamentary system the role of Indian president is just like the Queen of Britain, because mostly the roles as well as the responsibility is ceremonials only. But apart from that also we understand that this role as well as the responsibility of the President of India is having prominent place in the society, because he is the nominal head of the nations. He is the head of the country, head of the nations, who exercise powers in the society. So dear children, already I have told you that he used to exercise more power in the society. Though he is the nominal head of the state, in spite of that also, all government policies are made in her name, or all appointments are made in her name. That is why the President of India is having prominent place in Indian parliamentary system. So dear children, as we understood that the role of president in USA is very prominent here, because it is the presidential form of government. That is the reasons we understand that the role of the US president is very prominent here. But in India, the parliament is enjoying the supreme power, because it is a parliamentary form of government where the elected representative has to go to the parliament, will sit on behalf of the peoples, will take decisions on behalf of the peoples. That is why we are following the parliamentary form of government, which is very different from the presidential form of government. Thank you so much, my dear children.